Greetings and welcome to the long-awaited 20th episode of the Morrowind Mod of the Month, taking a look at some of the best mods released from Morrowind in December 2016. As always, I'm your host, Elf Guy, and December was a really great month for Morrowind mods, in no small part thanks to our hugely successful Morrowind Modding Madness competition that saw the release of 12 really high-quality mods in December. Now, it does seem a bit strange to do another, popular vote for the Mod of the Month, given all the competition mods that were released in December. But regardless, we're going to be taking a look at the top 3 best mods as decided by you guys in our online poll. And just keep in mind that due to the high volume of high-quality mods in December, that they just, can't all fit into this small video. And I'd really highly recommend checking out not just the mods in this episode, but also a lot of the other competition mods that were released in December as well. And anyway, a new online poll is up for the best mods released in January 2017. And of course, you'll find a link to that, along with a link to all the mod downloads listed here down in the video description below. And I do just want to go ahead and quickly apologize for the audio quality here. I have a bit of a sore throat, so the audio here may not be as good as it's supposed to be, but, regardless, we're just going to have to move on, I guess. So let's just go ahead and get started with our Mod of the Month for December 2016, which this time around is Tamriel Rebuilt Guilds Unified by Rot. And I have to admit, given the number of heavy hitters released in December, I was somewhat surprised to see this take the top of the charts in our online poll. But I suppose that goes to show how much people enjoy immersion mods, which basically brings me to what this mod does, and that's to combine the various Vvardenfell guilds with the mainland guilds. Back when the first couple of Tamriel Rebuilt maps were released, they kept their guilds, separate. So you had the Vvardenfell branch of the Mages Guild, the Fighters Guild, and the Thieves Guild, but you had to rejoin those organizations when you went to the mainland, since technically they were separate factions. Now, this was done originally so as not to mess around with the vanilla Morrowind content, and also to allow players who had already completed all of the guild quest lines to also play through the Tamriel Rebuilt quests as well. Obviously though, from an immersion standpoint, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have these different guild branches separate, since they're all part of the same organizations, and that's what Tamriel Rebuilt Guilds Unified sets out to fix, making it so your rank, quests, and, guild dispositions transfer over to the mainland from Vvardenfell. Of course, this mod also has a few other options that you can include in your game, such as a Mage's Guild transportation between the guild guides on the mainland and the guild guides on Vvardenfell, so you can travel to Firewatch from Balmora, for example, and there's an option to increase the requirements between gaining ranks, so that you have to do more of the mainland quests before you can, get to the top of each guild. And overall, this works with the Fighters Guild, Thieves Guild, Mages Guild, Imperial Cult, and Tribunal Temple, making this a fantastic immersion mod if you play Tamriel Rebuilt, hence why it's our Mod of the Month for December 2016. And moving on to our second pick of the Mod of the Month, we have the Wabberjack by Team Wretched Netch. Now, we've already, showcased this mod quite a lot on the channel, including in the top 10 best mods of 2016 video, so I'll try and keep this showcase a bit short, since I think most of you are probably already familiar with the Wabberjack. This was actually neck and neck with Tamriel Rebuilt Guilds Unified, almost coming in first place, and certainly well deserving of attention. But anyway, this mod adds a new island and dungeon complex near the town of Vvardenfell, with a sort of, short quest involving, of course, the legendary Sheogorath artifact, Wabberjack. But before you can, get to all that, you'll have to go through a series of dungeons where the Daedra aren't hostile, and in fact, many of them have some unique dialogue and other interesting tidbits, though you'll find that most of these will eventually try and kill you on your way back out with the Wabberjack in hand, but, that's later on. And anyway, eventually you'll come to a sort of small underground city of Daedric ruins in this massive central cavern down here, and this is without question probably my favourite part of this mod. The level design here is just fantastic, with, multiple levels of ruins converted into living quarters for the mad followers of Sheogorath, and there's just a lot of really cool and unique designs in here, thanks to the spectacular work of Vvardenfell tribes, who I've praised, quite a bit on this channel already for the original interior design, and still, I absolutely love what they've done here. And anyway, you'll find that the central chamber that's sort of in the middle of everything is where you'll be invited to take part in the choosing of the Wabberjack. But we're going to, skip all that here and just go straight to showing off the Wabberjack itself. As many of you know from Elder Scrolls lore, the Wabberjack is a unique Shoggorath artifact that can change your opponents into a variety of different things, such as doors becoming boars and, so on and so forth. The Wabberjack was originally introduced in Daggerfall and has since been featured in Oblivion and Skyrim, but was notably missing in Morrowind, which of course this mod fixes. The Wabberjack is a really fun and powerful weapon to use in battle that does, sort of have the potential for backlash on occasion. Not only can it turn your opponents into various creatures, but the enchantments on the Wabberjack itself can actually change randomly every time you hit something or someone with it. So at one moment it might have shock damage, or command humanoid, or armor damage, or, feather to make your enemies unexpectedly lighter. You just don't know what you're going to get with each hit of the Wabberjack. And it's also just a really beautiful and nice looking weapon as well. And all this combined makes the Wabberjack our second pick for the Mod of the Month of December 2016. And finally, our last pick for the Mod of the Month is Rattleteeth Manor by Team Green Cow. And this is a sort of mixed house and dungeon mod that was released for the first week of our Morrowind Modding Madness competition that adds a new and somewhat ominous and mysterious sort of manor to an island off the coast of Ardvallothi. And this is certainly one of the more interesting house mods released for the competition. The exterior here consists of a maddening array of bones, skulls, and weapons that only the demented imagination of Ardaclock could conjure. And going inside, the rest of the house is slightly more, normal, with Vvardenfell architecture providing halls, passageways, and rooms that you'll need to fight through before you can, claim this necromancer's lair as your own. Though you'll note that there's a lot of very disturbing and curious undead creatures that you'll have to go through first, and many of the furnishings, clutter, and decorations of this undead-themed abode feature bones, skulls, and other skeletal bits quite prominently, making this a very unique and very necromancer and evil-themed home, which is, perfect for those darker characters who enjoy the more, I would say, questionable magical arts associated with everything that's banned from the halls of the Mage's Guild. And anyway, before you can claim this necromancer's abode as your own, you'll need to take care of the previous necromancer, as well as eliminate his sizable undead army, and this is by no means an easy feat. The battles here are probably geared towards characters around level 20 or so, with lots of undead often, swarming you all at once, which does, provide you with a good opportunity to use those AoE spells that you've been lugging around forever. And either way, you'll have to fight through and kill the necromancer in charge of Rattleteeth Manor, and take his keys before you'll officially become the owner of this new property. And indeed, many of the rooms of this abode are locked up until you have the key in hand. And this abode does come with a lot of traditional housing features, such as a master bedroom, dining room, study, and library, all of which come finished with this decidedly unique skull and bone sort of style, with lots of skulls and other nefarious objects decorating each chamber of your new evilish home. And anyway, we have showcased this mod before, so I'm going to cut things short a bit here, but I do just want to show off some of the bonus features included here. In particular, Rattleteeth Manor comes equipped with 3 very advanced gameplay features, including a summoning chamber, where you can summon undead creatures, assuming of course that you have the right ingredients. And it might take a little bit of time to, figure out how to properly use all this stuff. And there's also an altar where you can, sacrifice items to the void in return for unique rewards, including some new weapons that you can get. Though you're just as likely to be attacked by giant skeleton champions if the void doesn't like your offer. And one last thing you'll find is a dimensional doorway that can send you to any interior cell in the game, though it's a bit hard to use really. And in any event, all this makes for a fun and very unique house mod to check out, hence why it's our third pick for the Mod of the Month. And that wraps up our episode for December 2016. So, do please remember to cast your votes for your favourite mods of January 2017, and I'll see you all next time with our next batch of mods.